Good afternoon, everyone. As always, I hope you're doing phenomenal. I've been debating for a few days if I wanted to do a video on Kanye. The rituals are so obvious. Now, I know a lot of people think that Kanye is a born-again Christian, but what they don't see is the rituals going on right before their face. At his Donda 3, like a trinity, just think about it. So originally, what was Kanye going to name his album? When he ran for presidency, he was going to, what was he going to name his album? Do you remember? God's Country. He was going to name his album God's Country. Then he didn't get elected and he named it Donda. Sounds kind of sacrificial to me. So I'm just going to read a few of my notes and let's talk a little bit about this tomfoolery. So Kanye made a replica, a duplicate, a replica. Not the original, but he made a replica of his childhood home. Okay. What are we trying to say there? Then he put the home where? Soldier Field. Soldier Field sounds like a battle to me. Now, he had it smack dab in the middle of Soldier Field. Now, there's all that dirt around it, which makes you have to really wonder, because in magic, especially level, I don't want to name them, but people who are initiated in the crafts know how it works. But it requires, for a lot of death rituals, graveyard dirt. That sure looks like a church, but it's reversed, so it would be more like a graveyard. I also find it really interesting that the day he chose to release the record, or it's not really a record, streaming service, is back in 1767, on the day that he released his album. Let's read about that day in history. Jesuits all over Chile are arrested, and the Spanish Empire suppresses the Society of Jesus. And the Jesuits were serially expelled from the Portuguese Empire in 1759. And then France in 1764, the Two Sicilies, Malta, Parma, and the Spanish Empire in 1767, and Austria and Hungary in 1782. Interesting, is it not? Coincidental? Ritual. So Kim is wearing a white wedding gown, Balenciaga, just like her last suit she wore, which was a bondage suit. Might there be bondage and oppression and mental dome oppression going on? So then, so we have Kanye in black, and we have Kim in white. So you have the duality, the masonry there with the duality and blah, blah, blah. So that's got to make you think. Okay, they're promoting their Balenciaga because she's wearing this. She came out in bondage wear. She's showing she's married to this. They have graveyard dirt. What are they trying to say? Then they burn it down? That's not a new birth of anything good, you guys. Come on, be real. And then he chooses to have who in his performance? Marilyn Manson. Okay, so let's talk about Manson. How did he come up with his name? Manson came up with his name by putting two names together. And what he did was juxtapose the names of two opposing American cultural icons, which was, can you guess it? Can you guess it? Charles Manson and then Marilyn Monroe. That's the combo. Now think about that. Now add in the baby. Now the baby's other stage name was Baby Jesus. Interesting. Do you not see the rituals? Also with the baby, you know, he was involved in an incident back in North Carolina in Huntsville where there was a 19-year-old man who was shot in the abdomen and he died after that. And then the baby said it was self-defense, yada, yada. So, you know, death, rituals, right? Yeah, nothing obvious to see here, folks. And as you guys might know, Manson was friends with Anton LaVey. Now, if you're familiar with Anton LaVey, you know that he was the minister of the Church of Satan. That was here in San Francisco, local. Okay. Let's read a quote from Manson, shall we? I'm not a misanthrope. I'm not a nihilist. I'm not an atheist. I believe in spirituality, but it has to come from somewhere else. I learned a long time ago that you can't try to change the world. You can just try to make something in it. I think that's my spirituality. It's putting something in the world. If you take all the basic principles of any religion, it's usually about creation. There's also destruction, but creation essentially. I was raised Christian. I went to a Christian school because my parents wanted me to go to get a better education. But when I got kicked out, I was sent to public school and got beat up by the public school kids. And then I'd go to my friends' Passover and have fun. End quote. Passover. So what happened during Passover? The firstborn, right? And rituals, death, right? No coincidences here, you guys. So Manson followed Crowley. And Crowley and them followed Thelema's principles of dictum, right? The do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. We've heard Jay-Z say that too. Luciferian doctrine, you guys. So Crowley's esoteric subject matter forms an important part. Then they have Larry Hoover, as we know from the Gangster's Disciples. They use the six-pointed star, Star of David. So the GDs use an upward crossed pitchfork with a heart. I'd love to think that his video was signifying unity and oneness and wholeness and bridging the gap. But unfortunately to me, what I see when I look at this is rituals. That's what I see. And it's very sad because a lot of people are being led astray. Don't fall for the tomfoolery and the lies, you guys. Wake up. Stop worshiping these false idols. You guys look at these and think, oh, it's so cute, not realizing they're doing rituals right in front of your face. And by you watching the rituals that they are doing, you are taking part in those rituals. See, that's how mimetic magic works. See, it's through the psychology to get to your mental dome. So they could get into your head, that place that only you're supposed to roam. So when I look at these TV shows and I look at the videos, I could just really just shake my head. I don't even watch most of it because I know that there is programming in this. I like to be sovereign, independent, belonging to myself with my own thoughts, my own mind, in control of my own self. Not what outside people tell me, not what television tells me. Just because the television tells you to wear one of them little fanny bags that used to be cool back in the day. No offense, gay folks, you know I love you. Cigarettes too. But anyway, I'm saying you follow the things. You follow the fucking rituals. Everything comes back around. Just like when fanny packs were cool in the 90s and people were wearing them. Now all of a sudden you could wear that same stupid fanny pack but cross it over your chest like a jack of all, not trades, but actually a jackass. Because, you know, if you look at the tarot cards and if you look, anyway, let me not go into the magic and the science and the memetics and the history of that. My point is, don't fall for the hype. Don't fall for the mimetic magic. Don't fall for the chaos magic. Don't fall for the death rituals. That's what you're watching. It's close to initiation time. Initiation time starts in September. So what do you think these people are preparing for? Fire and brimstone. You better start washing yourself. Scrub dub dub. Be renewed in a tub. What these magicians are doing is leaving clues for the initiates coming out and people in the lodge so that they can follow the signs and the symbols and know what's going to happen in the future. Not because they're oh so talented and know it all, but because they've planned it in advance. Who do you think runs the television networks you guys watch? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just thought about that. I run a network now. Fuck. Not me. I'm one of the good ones. I know they all say that. But here's the thing. Transparency. Oh, I dropped the 420. Transparency is key. See, I like to entertain people, but I like to tell the truth. I want people to be awakened. I don't want them to be lulled to sleep. So I'm excited to have a television network that I'm going to be able to speak on and hopefully wake up some of the sleeping masses, because I'm just here delivering my own message, my testimony, and what I've lived through, and along with what I can see, hopefully to prevent you guys from, like a tongue-tied, from falling for the tomfoolery. Because me, I was asleep for many years. I was living in an insane mental world where I was allowing myself to be dictated by outside forces. That means I was not in control of my own faculties. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now I claim me, all of me, including all three of my... Anyway, that's a whole different subject again. Don't fall for the hype, you guys. That's my message. Look for transparency. Look at the people around you. Are they transparent? Do they walk what they talk? Or do they just fucking talk? Sacrifices for fame. It's all just a monopoly game. Keep your soul and stay whole. It's just not worth it, you guys. It's really not. I wish you guys all peace and good vibes. There's so much chaos out in the world right now that people are operating in chaos. Don't fall into it. Keep your peace. When you watch television and you're watching these rituals take place, it's not going to enrich your soul and make you whole. Only you can do that. Enrich your life with things that bring you growth. Do things you like. Do things that you want to do. Create things you like instead of following the brands and doing what others are doing. Be unique. Be unique. And the reason I say be unique is because neek in Egyptian means a perfect creation. So be perfect.